Someday, in the not-so-distant future, it happens. The moment you realize you're ready for anything. Get a degree in emergency management from Jacksonville State University and be ready for where you're going.
This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Wednesday, the 2nd of April. I'm James Spann. Warm through midweek. Active weather for Alabama as the week ends on Friday. And more rain late in the weekend. And, of course, the question is, considering the fact this is early April, what about the severe weather possibilities with all of this? A lot of things to talk about, so let's dive in there. There's the setup, and anytime you see a big trough like that moving into the western states the first week of April, you have to say, uh-oh. Inevitably, somebody's going to get some severe weather across the southern states. But in the short term, I think we'll be okay today and tomorrow. Pretty big spread this morning. Fort Payne at 43. Birmingham, 17 degrees warmer at 60. And that's why this is not really a good one-number place when you forecast lows on a calm morning. But everybody will climb up to near 80 again today. Birmingham, by the way, hitting 80 for the first time since mid-October of last year. Around the nation, pretty cold up on the Canadian border where they've still got a big snow cover, but the upper air winds clearly will not allow that down here anytime soon. But again, toward the middle or end of next week, we'll have to watch out for maybe another late season freeze or a frost, and we'll talk about that toward the end of this. This is the watch warning map this morning. Winter weather issues up north. Minnesota, Wisconsin, parts of upper Michigan. They've got winter storm watches in effect up there. Looks like flash flood watches up for parts of Illinois and Indiana. And some fog issues down on the Gulf Coast, Gulf Shores and Destin, places like that. But let's focus on the severe weather risks. Later today and tonight, this is the convective outlook from the SPC. Standard slight risk over much of Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, eastern Kansas. And again, we'll see some active storms in there later today and tonight. But really, this is the big day tomorrow. The guys at SPC have gone ahead and upped the risk to moderate. That is an enhanced risk over Arkansas, southern Missouri, western Tennessee, and around the Mississippi Delta, the northwest part of Mississippi. Some of the cities involved in the moderate risk are Little Rock, Memphis, Greenville, Mississippi. The slight risk runs from near Houston to Cincinnati and Indianapolis, and that gets the northwestern corner of the state. And we'll have a squall line coming in here probably after midnight tomorrow night, really early Friday morning, and that could pack a punch up around the shoals in Florence. The severe weather possibilities are, well, sky high in that moderate risk zone, a 45% chance of severe weather within 25 miles of a given point. That basically means almost a 50-50 chance, and that's very high for severe weather possibilities. And then this is day 3. Now, this is a little surprising. I'm still not overly impressed with any severe weather risk here Friday. The SPC guys have gone ahead and pulled a slight risk for almost all of Alabama, all the way up to the north to include West Virginia and Ohio. I think the northern part of that is very valid. It's kind of questionable down here, and we'll explore all of this as we go through the modeling here. And this is the rain for the next 7 days. So this carries us through Tuesday evening of next week. And interesting little donut hole there over Alabama and Mississippi. But we're going to get a lot of rain here with 2 separate events, one Friday and another one Sunday into Monday. Okie doke, model fans, let's go through all the nitty-gritty details. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, or the OZ run, valid today at 1 o'clock local time. There's the troughing in the west, and down below that, today will be much like yesterday. Mixture of clouds and sunshine, highs around 80, 77 to 81, something like that. And, moisture levels will begin to rise tonight. I guess there could be an isolated shower late today or tonight, but nothing widespread, and most places stay dry. And we've got to the west, surface low developing to the southeast of Denver. The warm sector is setting up east of the dry line over Oklahoma and eastern Texas into Arkansas, and that's where we'll watch for strong storms later today or tonight. But tomorrow, this is going to be your bigger day. The trough advances into the plain states. Very good dynamic support. At 1 o'clock tomorrow, a 997 millibar surface low should be near Wichita, Kansas. A warm front will be north of Alabama, and a lot of rain north of that warm front over Illinois and Indiana. That's the reason for the flash flood watches there. But a pretty good chunk of the day tomorrow should be dry. Could there be a shower? Yes, but again, it's just not going to be a rainy day, and it's going to be warm with highs, again, 77 to 81, and a pretty good breeze increasing out of the south. Now, this is tomorrow night just after midnight. The surface low moves up to southern Iowa, 994 millibars. Trailing band of storms coming down through Memphis and Vicksburg, Mississippi. Still, we're okay. It's really going to be Friday morning before things happen here. This is Friday at midday. Surface low just north of Chicago with a trailing band of showers and some thunder down through here. We'll go to the high-res NAM for timing. The high-res NAM is showing the band of heavier storms entering the northwestern corner of the state at 4 a.m. Friday. So this is going to be, a Friday morning kind of thing, and at that point, the storms could pack a punch. Maybe producing strong gusty, maybe even damaging straight-line winds up around the shoals. But look what happens. This is Friday at 1 o'clock, and it just kind of fades away because the dynamic support is so far north. Of course, the question is, could there be some kind of re-intensification maybe Friday afternoon with the daytime heating process? Maybe, but again, with the lack of dynamic support, it just doesn't look like a big deal. So this thing is kind of fizzling as it comes down our way, and that's the reason we're not overly impressed with severe weather possibilities here during the day Friday. We'll look at some of the severe weather parameters. This is 10 o'clock Friday morning. The surface boundary is up around the northwestern corner of the state, and this is the instability, the buoyancy of the air, surface-based CAPE, and the values are, 750 to 1,000 joules. Not overly impressive for early April. This is the helicity, the storm relative helicity, 0 to 1 kilometers, and those are okay. Clearly the big numbers are way up north. And this is the low-level jet, the wind field at 850 millibars. In the same deal, the 50-knot low-level jet is well to the north of here, which is suggesting that our storms on Friday the severe weather threat is not overwhelming. However, the Energy Helicity Index, it is interesting that thing is printing 2 units. And again, this is off the NAM Friday morning at 10 a.m., and that would be related to higher instability values down through there. So, hey, this is early April. Come on, look at the climatology here. Just considering the time of the year, you have to watch these. But again, I'm just not overwhelmed with severe weather possibilities here on Friday. Now, the one thing we can all agree on, Saturday will be a dry day. Should be gorgeous, sunny with a high around 70. That's your good day to go out and get something done. But enjoy that, because look what's back. On Sunday, the rain, it comes back quickly as a surface low develops over the Louisiana coast. Sunday night at midnight, or just after midnight, 1 a.m. Monday, the GFS depicts the surface low just north of Mobile, 1,003 millibars. And then midday Monday, the surface low nearing Greenville, South Carolina, and the heavier rains are on the way out. So this is suggesting a cool, soaking rain event for Alabama. Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, into Monday morning. The European is saying, hang on here, the surface low is not going to be at Mobile. It's going to be up there northwest of Nashville, 998 millibars. This is Monday morning at 7 o'clock, and this is suggesting we kind of get in the warm sector now. Trying to destabilize after a cool, soaking rain is going to be very hard. It can happen here in early April. This is the instability, the CAPE, and there's a little bit Monday morning. But, again, we're, with model inconsistency, we're just not going to worry too much about severe weather at this point. We'll have much better clarity later this week with this. But certainly we're going to get a good soaking Sunday night into Monday morning. That we can promise you. This is Tuesday. Look at the 540 line all the way down to almost Birmingham. Big surface low is over New York State. And this is Wednesday of next week. Week from today, big trough over the east. Look out now. Down below that, Wednesday morning could be kind of chilly, but Wednesday or Thursday, we still have great concern over a frost or a freeze. The GFS on its Moss is printing 39 at this point on Wednesday morning, but it skews toward climatology 7 days in advance. There's a look at the anomalies, and again, it's either Wednesday or Thursday, one of those 2 mornings. Very high confidence we'll have the threat of low and mid-30s and maybe 20s for the colder pockets, and that's the reason we advise the growers to be really careful here. Just be aware of the possibility of that. All right, a little later in the month, April 13th, band of showers coming in. And the end of the forecast, April 17th, band of showers and thunderstorms coming through, but the surface low at that is pretty far to the north. That's it for the Weather Extreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video by 4 o'clock today. If you can, catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News, the live stream or the television side at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.